What is up, everybody? Shoulders is complete. Solid workout. Yeah. I mean, we went in there. So the original plan was I was going to work out shoulders and abs, and I had some exercise selections, but I ended up changing what I wanted to do, right? So, having that open mind, being able to switch up your workout and just based on how you feel. But so it was shoulders. Well, it was shoulders and abs. I started with shoulders. We did, I did a rotator cuff warm up. I feel like it's important to do a rotator cuff warm up even on shoulder day, especially when you have a past of rotator cuff injuries. And that's mainly because I didn't warm up my rotator cuff before I worked out chest, and I just haven't strengthened it. So you got to give it time to build up. And I'm pretty confident that the direction I'm headed doing rotator cuff warm-ups when I do shoulders and also when I do chest. So I'm strengthening it twice a week, and I think that's really, really going to help me in the long run. So I'm pretty excited about seeing where that's going to take me. So let's just jump into this workout, shall we? So we started with dumbbell lateral raises. My mind is all messed up right now. So dumbbell lateral raises. Started really light, warming up at like the 10 pounders, the 15 pounders, and then moving up to my working set, which was the 20 pounders. So my form with dumbbell lateral raise is somewhere between controlled and swinging. So I've found that middle ground for me, what feels best for me. It's different for everybody. It might feel better for you in a different way. But for me, it feels better to find that fine line of, swinging it, but also having a little bit of control and using a moderate weight. But so making that connection right there, dumbbells by my side, swinging them out, right? But hold on one second, guys. Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm doing something on my phone too. But having that mind muscle connection, when we're pushing the weight out, you're feeling your side delt engaged. And I ended up doing quite a few sets of this one. I don't remember how many. I don't remember how many I recorded, but it's playing right now. But out of dumbbell lateral raise and cable lateral raise, what feels the best to me is dumbbell lateral raise. So on shoulder days, I might end up just spamming dumbbell lateral raise. Kind of boring, but it's what's effective to me. It's what's working for me. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, But yeah, so after that, I tried to do some cable raises. They felt okay. Like, I'm not knocking on them, but it just, I don't know. The dumbbell lateral raise just felt so much better than the cable lateral raise today. And that could be different on a different day, but right now, that's what I'm focused on. But I ended up doing, between the cable lateral raise and the dumbbell lateral raise, I did somewhere between 6 to 8 sets. I'm not sure how many I did. And then it was time to work on rear delts. The only thing I did for rear delts was face pulls. So last time I worked out my shoulders, I did the rear delt cable fly, and it felt like I was going to injure myself or something. So I don't know. So to me, it just felt better to, just do what felt good. And what felt good today was face pulls. So that's what we focused on. So with the face pulls, moderate weight, controlling it pretty well, but kind of like the same idea, the same premise I have when I'm doing dumbbell lateral raise, that I want control, but I don't want so much control that I'm using like barely any weight. It just don't feel as good, So yeah, so overhand grip, pull the weight in, really think about the back of your shoulder and pulling with your rear delts, So, it's one of those things that if you do it more often, you're going to get the form down, and you're going to be able to, you're just going to be able to do it better. But I ended up doing about 6 sets there, and I called it. And then my abs. So this might end up being the theme for my shoulders and abs day. It might just be 3 exercises. 1 exercise, 6 to 8 sets for side delts. 1 exercise, 6 to 8 sets for rear delts. 1 exercise, 6 to 8 sets for abs. And, you know, it's just how it's playing out right now. And to me, it's feeling pretty good. And I think my neck, I mean, it was kind of like this one, but really focused on that idea when I go to work out my shoulders and abs next time, I think. Yeah. But cable crunch, you know, you want to get a moderate weight to heavy weight. You can use just about any attachment, the rope, the D handle, you can use just the bar. But basically, you don't want to move your arms through a movement. You want to tuck your elbows in and you want to crunch towards your knees. Slowly up, slowly down, mind muscle connection, time under tension, intensity. If you're checking all those boxes and you feel that burning in your abs, I think it's going to take you pretty far with this one. And you know, it felt pretty good, so I didn't really see a reason in switching that one up either. So shoulders and ab days might end up being kind of boring, but I found exercises that work for me that feel pretty good, and we're just going to stick to it. And I did my pose down. Pose down looked pretty good from what I could see. And then I did my 30 minutes of cardio. I listened to old Sam Sulek, listened to one of his latest video, and that's kind of helping me pass up my cardio. You know, he's one to preach, like, do your 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of cardio. So it's pretty cool to stand there, walk on the treadmill, incline. Watch that. Makes time pass by pretty quick. But overall, it was a pretty awesome workout. I felt really good about the amount of blood I got pumping to my muscles. I felt good about the fatigue I achieved. Felt good about the cardio. Felt good about the pose down. I felt good about the mental state, the growth I had as far as exercise selection on this particular day. You know, I mean, that's what it's all about. Man, you can be lifting for years and years, and you just, every once in a while, you'll have one of those lifts where you're like, man, all this time I've been doing this or that when I could have been doing this. And, you know, it's pretty cool that it's a lifelong journey. It's definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint. You got to be in it for the long run. And if you're in it for the long run, you keep an open mind, you push yourself hard, you're going to make lots of progress. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about that. So tomorrow will be arm day. And I go back to work. I have to be at work at 5 a.m. and there's a time change. So I would consider going at 3 o'clock in the morning, but that'd be going in at like 2 o'clock in the morning this time. So we're going to push that lift back to the afternoon, which is pretty cool sometimes. I get a little more carved up. It's just there ends up being a little more people in the gym, and, you know, that's cool and all. When you're trying to film yourself and you're trying to be courteous, not to, you know, really get in people's way, it's a little bit better to have a more empty gym. And, you know, it is what it is. It's not going to affect the pump. It's not going to affect the lift. We're going to go in there. We're going to push ourselves. We're going to make some gains. You know, just feeling pretty good about everything. So don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive. And never, ever give up on yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow for arms. Have a good one.